man. We got more updates. Kyle Shanahan met with the media and he gave us some reports today, and there's more injury news. Obviously, we were going to get the status on certain players that we knew yesterday, like Mac Jones and Juwan Jennings. But some bad news today. Of course, the 49ers found out that rookie defensive tackle, has now suffered a broken thumb, and it requires surgery. He's going to get surgery tomorrow, Tuesday. And he has a chance to play Sunday with the cast, but I mean, I don't know, man. That's tough. Rookie broken thumb. Man, you got to be kidding me. The Niners just are cursed with injury. They are literally cursed with injury. So CJ West broke his thumb. He's gonna have surgery. Probably gonna have to play with the cast. Craziness. Brock Purdy, shoulder, is expected to be back at practice this week. We'll see on Wednesday how much he'll be able to do, according to Kyle Shanahan. Juwan Jennings is considered day-to-day. He's got the ankle and the shoulder. He didn't practice last week. Kyle Shanahan confirmed Nick Bosa is out for the season with the torn ACL. And they asked him about trades, and he says, we'll look at trades like we always do, but there's got to be trade options that make sense for you and the other team. You can't do that stuff just to do it. They're not just going to make a trade just to do it. They're going to do due diligence, obviously. And then the following 49er players were listed as day-to-day, according to Kyle Shanahan. Mac Jones with the knee, Mykel Williams with the wrist, Renardo Green with the neck injury. So those three players are day-to-day. We'll have to keep an eye on those guys through practice this week. I mean, this team is banged up. They're 3-0. I don't know how the hell they're 3-0, but they're 3-0. I mean, Jesus, man. The CJ West injury is rough. It's, he's a lineman. He's got to grab. He's got to pull. He's got to, dig in the trenches, basically. It's hard to do that stuff with a broken thumb, man. I mean, it's going to be tough, even with the wrists or even with the splint or a brace or cast, whatever he's going to wear. That's tough, man, for a defensive lineman. I mean, come on, man. You already got a torn ACL, right? They already got Nick Bosa out, and then the injury gods have to give us a broken thumb for CJ West. Like, what are we doing here, ladies and gentlemen? What's in the water? What are we doing? Why can't we avoid injuries? I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. I wish I could understand why the 49ers continue to have so many injuries, but it's brutal. It's brutal out there. Oh, wishing Bosa a smooth recovery, says Julius. We all are, man. That was a tough blow to the stomach, man. That was such a brutal notification, because yesterday Kyle talked about how they appeared that they avoided it ACL. They just 100% didn't rule it out. And boom, today it was a gut-wrenching news update for the 49ers and fans. And I don't know, man. I don't know how much the 49ers can do with all this battered up team. I mean, it's a great team. They fight hard, but it's just like every time we're going in the right direction, the injury gods just like take us back, man. Rob says at least we've moved on from soft tissue injuries. I don't know about that, man. Kyle New, yeah. What ritual must we follow to remove this? I don't know. Do I need to sage the house? I was watching Richard Sherman on his podcast. He says, do the Niners need a sage? Do they just need to sage the locker? What do they need to do? Do we all need to like collectively sage our houses, our apartments, where we live in? Like just sage the area. I don't know, man. Like it's just bad juju. I don't know. It's unfortunate, man. Sage Levi's, that might be a good thing. Absolutely. We all need Jesus to heal injuries. We need something, man. Julius says, good thing we have an easy schedule. It ain't nothing easy, man. The schedule is the schedule, but I mean, it is what it is with these injuries, man. I don't know how we're going to sustain it and keep going. Nick Bosa is a big loss to this team. You see how much he means to this team when he's on the field. The pressure rates are up. I mean, it's crazy with Nick Bosa. Let me pull up some stats, some statisticals. Let's see. Nick Bosa off team. Let me see. Let's see. I think I posted. Check this out. Okay, so Nick Bosa. Look at this. So let me show you the stat. Nicholas John. So the most sacks by a Niner since drafting Nick Bosa. He has 64.5 sacks. The next five players combined have 64. Nick Bosa is a difference maker. Like that's so much. Like he has such a big presence on this team. You know what I mean? Like, he's such a big part, integral part of this pass rush. Now, this is another one that I found interesting. Kyle Posey of Niners Nation says the 49er pressure rate with Nick Bosa on the field yesterday, 45.5. The pressure rate with Nick Bosa off the field, 28%. Kyler Murray's average time to throw was 0.51 seconds longer without Bosa on the field. And that's Kyler Murray, who's, you know, mobile and he can move and stuff. So, tough, man. That's a tough injury for the 49ers to swallow. And then DJ West, I get it. I know he can probably play with the cast, but it's not going to be easy for a lineman. It's just every week, man. Good news is we're getting Demarcus Robinson back. He was officially posted it last night, but officially today, because it's the next week, technically, the league can make those transaction waiver transactions or whatever the case is. He's officially off the suspension list. They gave him an exemption. The 49ers may have to make a move to clear roster space, which they're going to do because they got to put Nick Bosa on the injury reserve, and then they can allow that free spot to go to Demarcus Robinson. Oh, man, I don't know. This is brutal. Justin says, take my penance down. It's all your fault. Yeah, you know what? It's fine. Blame me. I know it's my fault. It's always my fault. I wore a Nick Bosa jersey to the game yesterday, and I couldn't believe it. And you know what else sucks? It doesn't suck. It just, you know, I'm sure a lot of other people do. I bought the Nick Bosa rivalry jersey. And, you know, he tore his ACL. Like, come on, man. Am I that big of a jinx? I don't know. Feels like it. Rob says, I'll give Bosa both of my healthy L's. I'll give him both of my ACLs too. Yeah, CJ West, Nathan, broke his thumb yesterday. Debbie says it's the worst Victory Monday ever. This is a pretty ugly Victory Monday. Like, it was hype, but the vibes were on an all-time high, and then it became a somber vibe after Nick Bosa, you know, tore the ACL. That's brutal, man. You know what? You're right. Maybe the pennants are – look, Kittle. All right, I got a Kittle pennant. Kittle pennant over there. He's on the injured reserve with the hamstring injury, and Nick Bosa. Or is he? Is it my fault? Fuck, man. Anybody I put on the board, on the wall is maybe I should take it up. Oh my God. Oh, Bosa has been able to recover from ACL before. Yeah, I know. Every time it gets harder. It's a tough recovery, man. But if anybody can recover, it's Nick Bosa. Oh my lordy. Think the 49ers trade for Hendrickson? I don't think they're going to trade for Hendrickson. Niners said Ace got to make sense for both sides to make a trade like that. I think the Niners are going to make they're going to make a move, but I don't think it's going to be a big guy like Hendrickson, but we'll see. Here's trade options are either Kayvon Thibodeau or Jermaine Johnson, according to Stephen Reynolds. I wouldn't mind Kayvon Thibodeau. I can't pronounce it. I would have more faith in him returning if it was his other ACL, said Rob. Just, I don't know, man. It's a brutal one. Brandon Naresh says, do you think McCaffrey's getting way too many touches? This is a good question. So I had a post. I've been waiting to post the CMC post all day, but just so many, you know, there's so many posts come up, so much news comes up, and then something else moves up to the front of the line. But let me tell you, CMC, man, this guy's insane. See him, Christian McCaffrey. Look at this. This guy, let me pull up some stats, some statisticals here. Christian McCaffrey is the first player with at least 50 carries, 25 catches through 3 weeks since Thurman Thomas did it in the 1991 MVP season. Thurman Thomas, some of y'all already born. Some of you guys don't even know who that is. Oklahoma State Bills legend. But that's crazy. He has also Christian McCaffrey leads the NFL with 77 touches this season. On pace for 436. The most touches through 3 games in 49ers history. In history of the 49ers, Christian McCaffrey is toting the rock a lot. I mean, a lot of it's running, but he's catching the ball. Like, he is becoming a wide receiver like crazy. Like, it's crazy how much he's doing for this team. And as much as I love Christian McCaffrey, I do think they got to chill on using him. But he's like our old reliable weapon. He's the only guy that's really, you know, you can give him the rock. You know he's going to come out there. He's going to do something. And last night I heard McCorkle, my boy Mac Jones, who I love, by the way, He was talking about how Christian McCaffrey is just so amazing, how he takes care of himself, and he's amazed with how much beating he takes on his body, and he's still able to play next week at a high level. Christian McCaffrey's a dog, man. But yeah, he does carry the ball a lot, and I'm a little worried about it with his history of injuries. So I agree with that, man. I think that's a fantastic question, fantastic point. Dane, I appreciate you. I love you too. Nick Bosa, man, I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? Like, what are you guys thinking? I haven't asked you guys a lot. Obviously, I asked you on Instagram, but here on the live, what do you guys think? Like, what was your initial reactions? Like, my heart sank into my chest. It sank into my stomach when I saw that notification. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Nick Bosa tore his ACL, second time in his career. Come on, man. Because you know how much I love Nick Bosa. That's my guy. It's like my favorite player, and I was just gutted, man, because I was hyped up to that. So, like 3-0 after watching that game yesterday live at Levi's. Like, the vibes were at an all-time high, and then boom, it's just like you went at an all-time high, and then you just fell all the way down. It's like I fell off a skyscraper, dude. I was pretty bummed out. I mean, still am bummed out. Steven says, I have the same injury Kittle has right now. It's not fun, except I tore both hamstrings. Yeah, Chris, man, hope you get better. Hamstring injuries are not fun. They're painful, very nagging. Christine says, I don't think it will heal 100%. I hope it does. Nathan says, with Bosa out, from here on out, opposite offenses of our opponents will be licking their chops. I mean, I think that Bryce Huff and Michael Williams and, Sam O, they're going to really step up. Obviously, we're going to really see what Robert Saleh is all about, but it's definitely going to be hard for this defense to, figure it out here. Fred Warner is going to have a lot on his plate. D Winters, I mean, we still got some dogs, but yeah, it's not easy without. He's the home run hitter. He's the big, marquee player up front on that D line, man. He was the guy that offenses were scared of. So. Yeah, we got a lot of young players, Steven. You're right. It's a good, young, scrappy team, and these guys are going to learn a lot. Chris says, I knew something was wrong when Bosa went into both defenders instead of staying on the outside. I don't know, man. It was just a rough injury. I knew it was gone when he put that thumbs down. I was like, something's got to be up, man. Danny says, can we reschedule the 2025 season for April? I wish. Danny also said earlier, 49ers are fully healthy. I said that. Remember, I said that. I said, look, the 49ers are fully healthy. Ever since if you guys want to blame me, you can blame me because I did. I said the 49ers are fully healthy. And after that, it took a turn for the worse. I'm hurting on Bosa too, Lucero. Trust me, we all are. It is a brutal, man. Brutal. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. So I just hope this team can figure it out, weather the storm. They just need to stop getting hurt, man. They just need to stop getting hurt. Stop jinxing it. I know. I need to stop jinxing it. I agree, man. Steven says, do you feel for Bosa's career after he tore his ACL again? Honestly, I do. Like, I can't sit here and lie to you and tell you that I'm not worried about his career. I really do. A knee injury, an ACL tear is tough, no matter who you are, no matter what player you are, no matter what sport. A second one, this is actually his third one because he did one in high school, but he was able to become a great player, through college and the NFL. But two torn ACLs, man, in 5 years. That's brutal. I mean, I know he takes care of his body like incredibly, incredible. He does so much work in the off season, but sometimes you just can't avoid these injuries, man. I mean, he trains harder than anybody. He stretches like crazy. Like, that's the thing. Nick Bosa stretches like crazy, man. People sit there and say the Niners don't stretch. The Niners don't do this. Nick Bosa is the prototype. This guy, him and CMC, it's so heart rate breaking to see because I see this guy every year training camp, and I've seen videos. I know people watch him. This man, you go to the games. If you watch him before the games, he is warming up like he's stretching so much. He does so much work to keep his body in like peak shape, man. And he's incredibly athletic. He's incredibly gifted as an athlete. And when you see someone like that get hurt the way he did, it's like, fuck, man. So you would think someone like that's invincible, and he's not. Next man up, what do I think? I mean, Michael Williams got to step up. Bryce Huff, Sam O, whoever's on that D line, you got to step up, man. Next man up, everybody. Whoever's on that line, fucking step up, dude. Lucero says, don't see it as a stretching issue. Sorry, it's just football. Yeah, for Nick Bosa, it's just bad luck, man. The ACL tear against the Jets back in 2020, week 2. I mean, that field was awful. They shouldn't have been playing. His foot planted wrong. I mean, it was I mean, they had 2 ACL tears in that game. Solomon Thomas and Nick Bosa in the same fucking game. Like, are you kidding me? And then yesterday, it's just a freak injury, man. Danny says, imagine Sorensen at DC in this situation. I don't want to. I'm scared of imagining that. Like, could you really imagine if Nick Sorensen was our coach right now at DC? Holy gee, man, we'd be cooked. We'd actually be cooked. Like, honestly, I think I'm confident that the Niners can play still, at a high level, play great defense with Robert Saleh, and he's going to have his work cut out for him. But I think he's a great defensive coach, and I think he's going to get these guys ready to roll, man. We got a lot of young players. They're going to make some mistakes. They're going to make some great plays. They're going to be ups and downs. But thank God we started 3-0, man. We got to weather the storm. We got a little bit of a cushion, and we got to keep on pushing. So, unfortunate news. I'm going to recap one more time for you, and then I'm going to bounce out. So the 49ers, let me take a look one more time. Let's read these updates. CJ West, broken thumb. He's going to have surgery tomorrow, and he has a chance to play with the cast. Brock Purdy, he will be back at practice this week. They're going to see what he can do. They'll evaluate him through the week. Juwan Jennings, day-to-day. Mac Jones, Michael Williams, Renardo Green, day-to-day. Mac Jones has the knee, Michael Williams with the wrist, Renardo Green with the neck. And I didn't mention it, but Juwan Jennings, ankle shoulder, as we know. Nick Bosa, they confirmed he tore his ACL. He's out for the season. And Kyle Shanahan says, we will look at trades like we always do. There's got to be trade options that make sense for you and the other team. You can't do that stuff just to do it. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have a blessed rest of your day. I love you. I wish I was here to tell you good news, but a lot of the times I tell you bad news, and I'm kind of sick that I tell you guys a lot of bad news. I don't know why I always get to tell you bad news, and I don't like that. I wish I could tell you good news every day. Chris, so a couple more questions. He says, or are we not using Juice a little more? Yeah, I mean, obviously we see what he could do when he's employed into the offense, but they do have to block. You got to remember, there's no George Kittle, so they need someone to block in the run game, and they run the ball quite a bit. But also, I feel like Mac Jones, he utilizes, certain receivers, the checkdowns. He uses Christian McCaffrey. He's comfortable with him. That he said yesterday that Christian McCaffrey is more so of his safety blanket, and I feel like he has a really good connection with Ricky Pearsall. So whenever the quarterback's in there, it's really who he feels comfortable with, and I think he feels comfortable with those guys. But yeah, we should see more Kyle Juszczyk because whenever he gets the ball, it's usually good things happen. So appreciate you, Christine. Justin says, take those dirty words off my screen and never mention our former DC name again. Yeah, please don't talk about Nick Sorensen. Justin's coming for blood, huh? Do you think we're bringing back Mike McDaniels if the Dolphins let him go? I could see us bringing him back as like a offensive consultant. So, yeah, we'll see. Y'all have a good one. Go Niners! Injury, boo injuries. Boo the injuries. Whoever invented injuries, I hate them. You know what? If this was like Madden, I would turn the injury sliders off. I love y'all. Have a good one. Crazy.